Thanks for coming back on the show. You know, I'm a big fan. I want to congratulate you, first of all, on Glass Onion. Big hit movie. Nominated for an Oscar.
Yeah.
One of the biggest films. Congratulations. You got to reunite with Daniel Craig.
I did, yeah. I got to reunite with him, and it was weird because it was like getting to know him all over again. And he was because he's so different than, you know, when he's filming Bond, when he films Bond, I think he just has so much, you know, it's so stressful and he's got so much weight and it's so physical, it takes a toll on him.
Did you get to hang out with him much when he's Bond?
We hung out, yeah, no, not that much. It kind of, you know, in between takes, it kind of dragged him off and they probably were icing him up and, you know, preparing him. It really, he really physically puts himself through it on.
Did you break his leg or something?
I did not break his leg.
I thought you broke his leg or something.
I did not break his leg.
Yeah, you broke his leg.
I did not, for the record, I did not break his leg.
But did he have a mishap where his leg ended up broken?
His knee needed surgery.
What are you talking about?
But it was not my fault.
All right.
It was not my, we were tussling around and his knee popped and
my God.
So, yeah, and then we were tussling around some more and then my nose was broke. And this was the train fight scene, and it was really one of the hardest fight scenes I've ever done in my life.
But I did read that, though, right?
Yeah,
it's a leg thing, then you had to wait till it healed. Then,
right.
Then you healed, and you did the scene
then
again.
We did the scene again, and
you broke
my nose, yeah, and it was like, it's like splattered all over.
Oh
you start screaming, I broke his nose, I broke his nose. I said, you did, but I'm all right. I'm a wrestler, I can do this. And then, yeah, and then there was a point in, we were filming Glass Onion, and we were in Greece, and just, you know, it was a beautiful day, and we were sitting there in beautiful, comfortable clothes, and I just looked at him. I said, man, isn't it great that we're on a film and we're not beating the out of each other? And he just started laughing. But it was.
Just to get to know each other. Yeah, you're both good dudes.
Thank you.
I want to talk about Guardians of the Galaxy because, I mean, you're beloved.
Yeah.
But you just confirmed that this year will be the last time we'll see you as Drax.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know why it's like news. I feel like it's, you know, this is my 7th film as Drax.
Is it 7?
Yeah, 7, and my 3rd Guardians, and it was like our trilogy, and that's kind of what we all signed up for, to do the trilogy, and I think this is going to be, you know, this will be the last version of our Guardians of the Galaxy. And it's
is it hard to walk away?
It's hard, but it's time. It's like time, and it's like the perfect exit. We all had those perfect kind of character arcs, and it's such a storybook ending. I constantly relate it to like the way I ended my wrestling career. I ended it on a storybook note, and I would never go back and tarnish that. And the same with this, with Drax. I just got to end the perfect way, and I would never like sign up for another, you know, job as Drax just to get a paycheck. It's just I would tarnish that, and I won't do it.
Really?
Yeah.
I respect that.
Yeah,
I love that.
Yeah, thank you.
You did such a great job. We'll miss Drax. But I do want to talk about your WWE career because we got to know you as Batista.
Yeah.
And last time you were on the show, we showed an action figure, and that was cool. And we saw that there's a new one out. I just want to show everyone. Here's the new action figure for Batista out now. Look at this. And I like this. But here's, But you look good. My question is this, though. I don't know if you guys can see this. Can you zoom in? Why is there a table lamp? Is that that's a lamp.
That is a question for the ages. I don't know. You know, this is so funny because this is kind of a repop of my original one, which is one of my first solo action figure. And for some reason, in that one, they stuck a floor lamp in. And I could never figure it out.
Do you do something?
There's Batista complete with floor lamp.
Yeah, so you have a floor lamp in this one.
And this one has...
It's a floor...
And this one not only has a lamp, but it has extra hands. And I don't... do I take off my hands or replace them with hands to gently place the lamp on the table?
Did you do bits?
Gently hit
Did you
somebody
throw
with
lamps?
Never. Nobody, and as far as I know, nobody in the history of professional wrestling has ever used a lamp as a foreign object.
Where would you find a lamp? Where would you plug it in?
Why did they put a lamp in my action figure?
I love that it's your thing now.
Me. I guess.
That's your thing now.
I love some interior design.
That can't be why.
I know that sounds funny, but I do love.
Yeah, well, that's interesting.
But I don't know.
Yeah, maybe we'll see it sometime on an HGTV show or something where you're like, you know what I'm saying? And it'll finally be revealed why.
Light bulb.
Yeah. Well, literal light bulb. Hello.
Or that's our next skit.
Got to call 9 Fun Fun, exactly.
Somebody called 9 Fun.
I want to talk about Knock at the Cabin.
Yeah.
This is scary. I mean, this is a thriller. M. Night Shyamalan is one of the greatest out there.
I love him, man.
He's unbelievable.
I just love him.
But you're great in the movie. You guys, he's a good director, huh?
He's a master director,
Yeah,
but
he
he's also just a good human being.
Yeah.
Yeah, more importantly, he's a good human being.
Do you work obviously well together? But how did you get hooked up with him? Did he find you? Did you find him?
Well, he originally, so my agent sent me an email, said that Knight wanted to talk to me.
Yeah.
And so I flipped out, because I like line up to work with the master directors, and so I flipped out and I sent them back about 20 emails with 20 questions and what you want to talk about, what you want to do, is there a film, is there a project? And they said, no, I mean, we don't know, he won't say, and he's, Knight's very secretive about his project. So anyway, they set up the call. And I fanboyed for about an hour.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Good.
That's what our call was.
Why not?
And then I was expecting him to tell me about something. I'm waiting for it, and it never came. He said, okay, well, it was great talking to you. And I got off the call and I had to call my agent and say he didn't mention anything. And so anyway, we had about 2 more of those calls. And then finally, I think it was after the 3rd one, he finally says, well, I got a project I've been working on. I think I have a role for you. Are you interested? And I said, yes, of course I'm interested. Yeah. So he sent me the script. I read it, and it was very late at night. And the next morning, I called him, and I said, I kill for this role. What do I have to do? Who do I have to kill for this role? And he said, you don't have to kill anybody. You don't have to do anything. I want you for this role. He said, Dave, basically, I've been talking to you, and I want to know who you were, and basically, you are this guy. Yeah. And so, yeah, he says, you're perfect for this role. It's tailor-made for you.
Did you read the ending, and did you read the whole thing, the whole script?
I did on this one because I'm very involved in the ending.
Yeah.
But typically, you're just stooging me out.
Well, I am because I did a little research.
I am guilty of not reading the endings of scripts of movies I'm in because.
Well, at Glass Onion, I read that you didn't read the ending.
I didn't. No. I hope Ryan's not pissed at me. I totally didn't.
No, because you want to be surprised?
I do. I want to go. I'm a fan. I want to go. If I'm not involved in the end, I want to go and I want to watch it like a fan.
I know, but you're in it. You have to read the script.
Yeah, but I kind of can get a sense of what I need to do just by kind of. I'm not unprofessional. I know my dialogue.
Yeah, you do.
Right. I want to be
very professional.
Yeah, I want to be surprised.
Well, this one's another M. Night scary thriller. How do we set it up for people without giving too much away?
I'm so bad at this.
I know. I should be good at this.
So I say that. All right. So there's 4 strangers who show up uninvited to this cabin to convince this wonderful family that they have to sacrifice one of the family members in order to prevent the apocalypse.
For real. Yeah, so these 4 strangers show up to a family and they're like, what's up? And
yeah, look, you guys are going to have to kill one of the family members.
One of you have to die.
Or the world's going to end.
Or the world's going to end.
Yeah.
So choose.
Yeah.
Oh, it goes there. And it's unbelievable. It's a super fun ride. It's insane, and I don't want to even show you what happens, but man, oh man, fantastic. I want to show everyone a clip. Here's Dave Bautista in Knock at the Cabin. Check it.
You have to understand that we cannot and will not choose who is to be sacrificed for you. And just as importantly, we cannot act for you. You cannot kill yourselves.
We're not choosing anyone. We're not sacrificing anyone. Not now, not ever.
Even if it means the death of everyone else in the world?
Yes. Even if I believe the world was at stake, which I don't, that's what it means. I would watch the world die 100 times over before having to...
Christ. Waste of time. They're never gonna choose to do this. And I don't blame them.
Ooh! Dave Bautista, Knock at the Cabin, is in theaters this Friday.